Hey everyone, I'm here with a quick video on Tony Rock and Chris Rock. Tony Rock was recently on the Green Room, I think it's called the Green Room podcast, and he talked about his brother Chris Rock. And you know what? It was some interesting things that he talked about. Actually, I was kind of shocked. Shocked because back in 2022, when Will Smith smacked Tony Rock's brother across the face, okay, Chris Rock. Tony Rock was the first one to stand up and be rah for his brother. He said the family is thick as thieves. When you hurt one, you hurt the other. But maybe just Tony Rock feels that way. Because according to Tony, Chris Rock doesn't reciprocate all of the goodwill. He's saying his own brother who has a leg up in the industry, never took his hand down to pull his brother up with him. This is coming from Tony's mouth, not Diva. Tony also said that he asked his brother for 5 favors, and every time he asked his brother said no. So he stopped asking. He said, but the thing that really hurt him the most was some movie that Chris Rock told him directly, I'm going to put you in this movie. He said, okay, what do I got to do? Do I got to audition? Do I meet you here? It's going to film in New York. What's up? He said he never heard from Chris again. Next thing he heard, the movie was filming and he wasn't in it. Now that's messy. So let's go ahead and get into this story. Hopefully I can play this piece from this podcast for y'all. Let's take a listen.
I'm going to try to explain to you guys and you. And I'm not making it, I'm not saying it's going to make sense, but my brother sometimes, and you can see it in what he does and his movements and his actions and stuff like that, like Martin in the movie, he's a businessman when it comes to his movies and TV stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Martin's bigger than me. I need to sell this movie. Tone's my brother. Yes, there will be some, hey, him and his brother in the movie. Let's go check it out. But him and Martin push the needle more. I'm only speaking on that movie in that regard. I get it. I was like, okay, I get it. The one that fucked me up. Here's the one that fucked me up. And I've never told anybody this. Only a few of two of my boys know this, and maybe, my siblings. When he did the movie Top 5.
Oh yeah.
I was on tour. I came home for a week. I was at the Comedy Cellar. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and we don't talk a lot. Now since the divorce, we talk a lot more. But he was in his space where we weren't really talking a lot. And I walk in the Comedy Cellar, and he's there, and he's at the table with Colin and all of the guys. And I'll go over to say what's up, and he goes, "Hey, got a movie, man. Put you in it." I did not ask for anything. Chris will tell you, I've never, like I said before, it's on the Headliners Only. I've asked him for 5 favors my whole life. He said no every time, and I swore on everything I loved I would never ask him for anything as long as I lived. So that night, I walk in the Comedy Cellar. He goes, "Yo, I got a movie. I'm putting you in it. Now I got to do my due diligence. Okay, who do I have to call? Do I have to audition? Do I have to send a tape? No, you good. You good. You good." We're shooting in New York too. I'm like, bet. Summertime in New York. I'm gonna be in New York for the summer. I'm gonna be home shooting a movie with my brother for the summer. I'm beyond excited. It don't get no better than this. I'm thinking this is another one of those things where people never know how close you are.
Right.
So it's New York. Everybody that's a stand-in, I know. Mm-hmm. Everybody that's background, I know.
Everybody.
So I'm on tour, waiting for the phone call. Tell my management, tell my agency, yo, once he calls, we're gonna pause the tour and go shoot the movie. Yeah, bet, we ready. And I start getting phone calls like, "Hey, I'm on set. Where you at?" Like, "What you mean you're on set? We started shooting today. Today was the first day." "Oh shit. Well, I didn't get a phone call." A week later, some chick, "Hey babe, where you at? I'm doing background on this club scene. Are you here?" "What are you talking about?" "Yeah, we shooting. The Top 5 is up and running." Like a month in, nigga, 2 months in, I get a fucking phone call. "Yo, you at the rap party? We here."
Oh,
damn. Yo, bruh, that shit crushed me. That shit crushed me, bro.
So why didn't you
look?
call?
I've never seen the movie Top 5. I shouldn't have to call.
Yeah.
You said to your brother, "I'm gonna put you in a movie."
I feel it.
I should just get a phone call like, "Yo, tomorrow we'll be here at 2:00. We shoot." Yeah. Or, "Yo, give me an email. I'm gonna send you the sides."
You had to be angry,
bro. It devastated me. I'm gonna try to explain to you guys.
Ooh, that's ugly. That's ugly. So let me stop sharing there. And let me just read to you because I didn't want to continue to play that podcast because I don't want it to I wanted to them to not ding me on it. But Chris Rock's brother Tony Rock recently opened up about their complicated working relationship. So I guess he's trying to say their working relationship is horrible, but I guess brother to brother, it's okay. I don't know. During an episode of his podcast, Live from the Green Room, the actor explained why he doesn't appear in projects alongside his sibling, stating that Chris tends to prioritize being a businessman when it comes to his career. Tony 50 additionally claimed that he used to ask favors from Chris 59, but eventually stopped after he was continually rejected. He also shared that what broke him the most, however, was the time the grown-up star allegedly asked him to be part of his 2014 film Top 5, but ultimately left his brother out of the project. That's beastly. I could confidently say I would never do that to my sibling, but work or not work. But you know, everybody do things differently. And the way Chris Rock Tony Rock held down Chris Rock after that slap, Chris Rock should just make a movie, write one up now, and just do it with his brother just because. Tony Rock voices frustration over brother Chris Rock never casting him in his movies. Actor Tony Rock is shedding some light on his relationship with his comedian brother Chris Rock. In a candid interview with the Live from the Green Room, Tony opened up about the strained brotherhood after host Ari Spears questioned why he never sees Tony star in any of Chris' films. I'm going to try to explain to you guys. I'm not saying it is going to make sense, but my brother, he's a businessman when it comes to movies. So Martin Lawrence is bigger than me. Tony said, referring to Chris' film, Death at a Funeral, starring the Bad Boys actor. I need to sell this movie. Tony is my brother, yes, but him and Martin pushed the needle more. Additionally, Tony recorded a particular moment that left him disappointed by his brother. He recorded being offered a role in Chris' Top 5 film, a movie he wrote and directed, according to Tony. Chris told him he would star in the film, which would take place in New York, of course. Tony was excited to participate in the movie and even told his team that he put his comedy tour on hold once he got the call. When he did the movie Top 5, I was on tour, Tony recalled. I came home for a week. We hadn't seen each other in a while and we didn't talk a lot. But since the divorce, we talk more. But he was in his space where we weren't really talking a lot. He continued, I walked in a Comedy Cellar and he's there. He's at the table with Colin and all of the guys. I go over to say, what's up? And he goes, hey, we got a movie, man. Put you in it. I didn't ask for anything. However, that call never came. Weeks passed, and despite eagerly waiting for the confirmation, Tony heard nothing about the role. Instead, he began receiving calls from mutual friends and industry peers asking why he wasn't on set. Confused and worried, Tony later learned that production had already started filming the movie. But the worst part of this situation was Tony getting an invite to the wrap-up party 2 months later to celebrate the completion of the movie. I started getting calls like, I'm on set. Where you at? Oh, shoot. I didn't get a phone call. He added, 2 months in, I get an effing phone call. Yo, you at the rap party? We here. That S crushed me. While the news came as a surprise, it's important to note that both actors and comedians have made significant strides in their career. Chris has yet to respond to Tony's account of things. I think it's messy. I think it's horrible. I think it's bad. And I really think it's bad because Tony, like I said, he was 10 toes down for Chris Rock when Will Smith slapped him. And he was out here speaking on Chris Rock's behalf. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments. And when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. I mean, do I think this is a gut punch to Chris Rock? Absolutely it is. If you kept it quiet this long, why not continue to keep it quiet? Especially because you was around here rah for Chris Rock when Will Smith slapped him in 2022 at the Oscars, and now you're telling us that you're really not that close, that your brother never really has your back, and that he never put you in any of his movies, and he just didn't reach down and grab your hand and say, come on. That's why people are saying that the Wayne family, they rock. Because that whole family is like 10 toes down for each other. Anyway, guys, chat with me. I'll chat back. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. And I'll see you on the next video.